We all know the story. Adam and Eve, the serpent, the forbidden fruit, usually depicted as an apple. But what if that familiar image is hiding a deeper, more profound truth about humanity's origins? The biblical text is remarkably clear about our first diet. God gave Adam and Eve every seed-bearing plant and every green herb. Our ancestors, by explicit decree, were herbivores. The Garden of Eden was, essentially, a vegetarian paradise. The entire structure of the garden is nonviolent. Animals and humans coexist in harmony. Therefore, the prohibition, the knowledge of good and evil, must represent the single greatest violation of that inherent harmony. And what is that violation? The conscious act of causing harm. If Eden represents pure innocence, the forbidden act must mark the introduction of its opposite. We propose the fruit of the tree of knowledge was not an apple. It was meat. It was the first act that required the death of another to sustain the self. Eating meat grants a terrifying, new form of knowledge, the understanding that your life can be fueled by the destruction of another sentient being. This is the ultimate duality, the knowledge of life and death, of good and evil. It is the capacity to destroy and the willingness to exercise them. Anthropologically, the shift to regular meat consumption was a massive change. It didn't just alter our diet, it altered our society. It created a dependence on hunting, which requires organized cooperation and, critically, organized violence. It forced us out of simple gathering and into a culture of toil and predation. They ate, and suddenly they knew. They realized their power to harm and the cost of their sustenance. They did not just see their nakedness. They understood their new place in the food chain, as a participant in its brutal necessities. The curse fits the crime precisely. Expulsion from Eden meant leaving the easy, vegetarian abundance. The earth was cursed, forcing them to till the soil by the sweat of their brow. The struggle for life, the very toil, was the consequence of choosing a diet that required active, destructive effort. By choosing the forbidden feast, Adam and Eve traded blissful innocence for complex struggle. Their first choice set humanity on a path of violence and toil. Perhaps the ultimate goal is not to escape knowledge, but to use that knowledge to choose to return to the simple, nonviolent diet of the original garden.